the early morning hours, hundreds of runners stretch and warm up to kick off the inaugural McAllen Marathon, half marathon, and relay marathon at 34th and Primrose Streets in McAllen. It's a chilly morning in the Rio Grande Valley, but for avid runners, the weather is perfect.
The weather's great, not too hot. Not too hot at all.
It's been a personal goal for me, and I have a friend that lives here, and I decided to do it with her.
Part of the fun was to dress up. Dulce Argüelles from Saltillo, Coahuila, became the most talked about octopus lady on Twitter as she ran through city streets to the finish line. Argüelles says it was her boyfriend who brought her to the McAllen Marathon. She's hoping to have a great time here. She's also hoping to see great sights. In the past, they have run in Mexico, but this is the first time running in the United States. There were many who came from Mexico to run because it was the inaugural McAllen Marathon.
El domingo pasado corrí el maratón de Monterrey.
Flores says last Sunday they ran the Monterrey Marathon and they wanted to run the marathon in McAllen because it was the inaugural.
Y nosotros hemos corrido varios maratones completos.
Candela says his family has run in several marathons this year, and they wanted to finish the year with the McAllen Marathon. College students away from home came down to run in the marathon.
I'm really passionate about long distance running, and a half marathon is really my ideal distance. I really enjoy running.
Thomas just arrived from running in the East Coast.
Yeah, I've been training. I trained for a November marathon back in New Jersey, and I came down from college to just participate in my local race. It's pretty nice.
Some other runners decided to run the McAllen Marathon because it's in their backyard.
I've been doing the previous ones, but now that McAllen is putting it on, I'm hoping it's going to be a lot better.
Gonzalez says he's done several marathons before.
I've done New York, Chicago, just at San Antonio, and this will be my fourth. This will be my half marathon, but I've done 3 marathons. I do one every year. I did the San Antonio Rock and Roll just recently.
Emilia Olivares says she runs 5Ks all the times with her friends. But this is her first marathon relay team. Yedid Ochoa was running the marathon for the first time. She found out about the race online.
I just Googled it and I found it and I said, I'll do it this December.
Ochoa says it's been tough coordinating the training because she's a full-time mom.
I've always been a runner since I'm 18 years old, but then I have 2 kids, so it had been kind of hard, but now I said I'm going to do it. So I started training in April.
Like many runners getting ready for the race, Ochoa says her training has been somewhat unusual.
Well, I wake up at 5, and then I've been running like crazy miles, 18, 20 miles, 5 days a week.
But when you're classified as an elite, like these runners, who were placed ahead of the pack, you know it's about finishing with their new personal best time.
And we have our team from the Lower Valley that's running team in training.
Before the sun rose at 7 a.m., McAllen City Commissioner Hilda Salinas danced to Fire the Gun to start the race. The full marathon, half marathon runners, and relay teams formed 1,167 who registered for the race, which took place under ideal weather conditions and was a Boston Marathon qualifier. Commissioner Hilda Salinas talks about the honor of firing the gun to start the race.
Oh, it's amazing. It is an amazing feeling. And you know, looking at them from the point where they had already all taken off, it was an amazing sight. It really was, to watch all the runners take off.
Organizers said the marathon had runners from 4 countries and 10 states. As runners trickled through the start, Commissioner Salinas gives much of the credit to the hard work of the organizers and staff.
We have, fabulous staff, our sponsors. I mean, we just need to extend a thank you to everyone, because everyone's done a fabulous job in getting this first marathon underway. And I think based on what you saw this morning, it was a very smooth start.
Runners meandered through some of McAllen's best places, from quiet family neighborhoods, gated communities with beautiful large estates in the north part of town, to the city's 2nd Street and Bicentennial hike and bike trails, to downtown area at City Hall and the new Fireman's Park, and to avoid traffic, 29th Street. The McAllen Marathon also had official cheer teams who were competing for the most spirit. At McAllen City Hall, Brown Middle School had about 30 girls at its cheer station. This all-girl cheer team station welcomed each runner who passed by their station. It was the loudest cheer station that won the Cheer Spirit Award.
We like to get involved with the community. we try to promote health and fitness because we are PE coaches, we are athletic coaches. So we try to make them love the sport of running, not only running but exercise. So we want them to see that it's a very challenging sport, and we have most of them running in cross country. So we want them to see that, you know, they're not only in school do they do it, but other people do it in, you know, just for life.
Tanya Connors was a one-person cheer team. Connors says she had planned to run the marathon, but she injured her leg recently. She didn't want to let her injury stop her from participating, so she made a poster and stood on the side of the road at Trenton and 2nd Street.
These guys are my friends. I've got a lot of friends that are running today, the half and the full, and some of them are running for their first time ever. Actually, one of my friends, I got her to do it, and so I wanted to be out here to cheer them on and support them.
Besides cheering the runners to the finish line, there were many water stations that provided water and sports drinks for runners.
Water and Gatorade!
Jamela Sines says she understands the importance of water stations, so she volunteered to help.
It's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of hard work. You know, you really have to put in the training and the time and the effort, but it's completely worth it. You know, I love running, and I'm so happy to see McAllen runners out here.
Trace Doman stood at the side of the road handing water cups to runners. He says he was volunteered by his mom, who is affiliated with Team in Training, but he understands it takes commitment to run a race.
I think if you really want it, you have to work for it.
Commissioner Veronica Vela Whitaker, an avid sports enthusiast and runner, says she's done several races before and understands the importance of water and cheer stations.
It does take time, it does take dedication, and it takes stamina. So you just got to believe in yourself, and you just got to say, oh, it's no big deal, I can do it. And so because of that, and by the time you get to the finish line, it's an amazing accomplishment. It really, really is. It's something that you're like, wow, I can. So today, for those who are first timers, I'm so happy and excited for them. And it's addicting. I'm sure by next week they're going to say, I'll do another. And so I'm sure it's going to be great.
One of the most unusual water stations was the famous hot dog car, the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. The Wienermobile served as a water station to hydrate runners. Hot doggers, as they are called, say it always brings a smile to a person's face. Stephanie Corte says a hot dogger who drives the Wienermobile thought it would be a great idea for them to volunteer.
They are part of the Veterans Association at UTPA. So once the hot dogger who works there, told them about it, they wanted to jump on board. They knew that, it'd be a big help to the marathon. And some of them actually do run marathons as well. So it was a great link with the Wienermobile there.
The McAllen Marathon received a lot of attention for its inaugural run.
I'm very excited. This looks like a very well organized race. It's flat, it's fast, the weather is perfect, it's not wet out here. The staff of the city has been so accommodating, and we're just so excited to be partners with the city.
The city of McAllen partnered up with Team in Training with the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society to assist runners to participate in the run in exchange for the runners to raise funds for leukemia and lymphoma research.
We are training runners and walkers to run half and full marathons, and this opportunity allows us to recruit more runners who will then raise more dollars to help us with our mission to find a cure for blood cancers.
Ben Peña was running with Team in Training and hopes many more join to fight cancer.
It's an experience. It gives us an opportunity to give a little bit of ourselves for a worthy cause. We're raising money for blood cancer research. It's something to give from your own time, your own resources, and it's a great cause.
Peña has been training for this marathon with the assistance of Team in Training.
The race committee did a fantastic job. Everything was very well laid out. No confusion. Everything was fantastic. Everybody knew what to do, where to go, and it ran very smoothly. Very impressed.
Ben, what does it mean to a runner to see people at cheer stations cheering you on?
I tell you what, it makes a difference because those last few miles, when you're really digging deep to find it within you to finish a race, and somebody encouraging you, it's very motivating. It gives you goosebumps, and it actually carries you through. It's very important. I really appreciate that.
Others, too, had their own reason for running. Rudy Aldana was running in memory of Ruben Arguelles from Mercedes.
It was nice. It was nice and flat and fresh, and everything was very nice. It was very nice. Thanks to the volunteers, thanks to the city of McAllen, it was awesome. It was great.
Aldana says his friend Ruben was an educator who died of cancer in early December. However, as he believes, his friend was with him on the run.
Oh, he was right there with me all through the course.
Some runners did the marathon for the first time, others to beat their personal record. And yet one of the most unusual runners was doing it to raise awareness for veterans. Cardenas served in the U.S. Army in Iraq and Afghanistan. Jorge ran the entire half marathon in a gas mask, turning a few heads and loud applause for his efforts.
I wear it to bring veterans awareness, to the community, and I run for an organization called Team RWB, and the mission is to enrich the lives of America's veterans by connecting them to their community through physical and social activity.
Cardenas admits wearing the gas mask is a bit challenging.
Yeah, it's pretty hard, but what's a few minutes of pain? You bring a little light to our cause.
But what surprised Cardenas was the cheer of the crowds.
It was fun. I didn't expect that many people out there in the course cheering us on, especially in these temperatures for the valley, but it was a lot of fun.
Carlos Sanchez and his wife Laura ran the entire half marathon together. They say it's couples that run together stay together.
It's my first race. It's exciting. It was well organized. It was great. It's great to be done.
Carlos is also the public works director.
I got to see a lot of areas where we need to make some improvements on the road, but it was good.
Laura Sanchez is an avid runner and has run marathons before, but this was her first time with her husband Carlos.
We ran all the way together. We were pushing each other.
Laura believes this marathon has the potential of growing in the future.
Well, I've done the rock and rolls. I've done the San Francisco, San Diego, and San Antonio. And this one was just as good. It was very, very well organized. I was very, very impressed with it being the inaugural. It was very good. I'm going to do it again next year.
The Lopez twins ran the entire half marathon together, as you will hear. Marlene and Martha like to be interviewed together.
Marlene Lopez.
Martha Lopez.
And y'all are twins?
Yes.
Tell me, y'all ran the half marathon together?
Yes, we did.
How was it?
It was tough at the end, but she helped me pull through and finish off strong. But it was very good. It was nice.
What did you think about the marathon?
For me, it was an awesome experience because my sister's the one that is the energetic one. But at the end, I ended up pushing her. So it's like a bonding experience for both of us as twins.
And do y'all always do stuff together?
We always do. We're inseparable. But this is the best thing we could have done together.
For runners who live in McAllen, it was eye-opening to run through secluded neighborhoods in the city. Belinda Leal used to live in McAllen and couldn't believe this city was so beautiful.
Actually, I didn't realize there was a lot of there's a beautiful area over there in North Side, and I was like, wow. I've never been there, and I've been here in McAllen for, about 30 years?
But it's about the race, so I caught Laura Corpus stretching on the ground after the run.
I'm very impressed with the race. It had great scenery. The way it was organized was amazing. All the staff that was helping on all the roads, they were supportive, they were cheering, they weren't on their phones, they were completely focused on the event. I was very impressed. I couldn't wait to actually write something about this because I've done past ones here that weren't that great, and this one it blew my mind. It felt like San Antonio, felt like Austin, great route. The route was awesome. I'd never seen some of the roads I went on, actually.
Corpus likes to run and says this marathon was better because of all the encouragement.
The support that the community had for this event, it's really awesome because that's what we need. That's when you're running, you need that support. And I'm really, really impressed. They weren't just giving you water. They were cheering you on. The kids, the families, their words were very supportive. I'm very happy.
But what takes her breath away?
I love this medal. I'm very, very impressed. I love the ribbon, the colors. It's really, really nice. When we run, we want the shirts and we want the medal. And the shirt and the medal, awesome. Everything was really great. I'm really happy that I did this race.
The race not only attracted people from different parts of the country, it attracted people of all ages, teenagers to senior citizens. But for lifetime runners like Kay, who has been running for 35 years, it was once in a lifetime.
Well, we like to come to the valley. The timing was just right. And I have to tell you, it was a great event. I've never been to the first annual of anything that was so good. It was well organized and absolutely no complaints.
It was great. It was a good scenic route. It was clearly marked, plenty of water stations, and I love the way the porta potties were scattered everywhere along the course, so there was never a wait. It was perfect.
It was awesome. The course was amazing. I never got bored. I was always like concentrated on finishing the actual run. I didn't get bored. I just kept on going.
It was a beautiful day out here. We enjoyed the run. A little cramping, but other than that, it was a beautiful day, and I think a lot of people had some personal records today.
For the City of McAllen, it was about providing runners the best course, support, and valley weather.
I understand perfect marathon weather. You know, we arranged for that. Great crowd. A lot of people are saying there's great participation by the citizens along the route. A lot of cheering and encouraging the people to do that, and so huge success. And it's a lot of. I want to thank all the city workers, all the sponsors.
Mayor Darling says this may have been fun for many, but it was serious to some runners hoping to go further.
And this is a Boston Marathon qualifier, so a lot of people come here. Other than the fun, you know, this is an important race for some people, and so it's great that, you know, we're a cosmopolitan city and just kind of proves it, and so it's a fantastic event.
Oh, it was so much fun today. It was in all the marathons I've run, or half marathons, this is my favorite marathon I've ever run. I think it's well on its way to be one of the great boutique marathons in this region, or this, you know, in Texas. It was well organized, beautiful route. The spectators were so much fun. I just can't say enough good things about it. It was well marked.
Commissioner Scott Crane ran the half with his brother, but enjoyed the community pride and spirit along the run.
And you had individual homeowners would set up a card table in the front, you know, side of the street. You had people giving out orange slices, large toothpicks with fruit on it, halves of bananas. I saw all kinds of things being given out. I saw the Idea Academy with a group of school children holding posters.
Commissioner Crane, who has run full marathons in the past, says, when you see residents cheer you on, it gives you more energy.
It's so uplifting. You know, you can be dwelling on the pain and trying to put the pain out of your mind, and somebody says, you know, go Mr. Crane. It is just clears your head, makes you feel good for the next mile, and so it's very important to runners to have the support.
There were 1,049 runners that finished the inaugural McAllen Marathon, half marathon, and relay.
We had great weather. We had a lot of volunteers from throughout the community. Lots of people here just to support the runners. I mean, we went through the whole route, just checking it out and making sure everything was good. And there was people calling runners by name, making the runners just get a lot more energy. So we've had lots of compliments this morning. I think most of the people said the weather was one thing, but the organization, the reception they got from the residents out throughout the route was something they've never seen before. So it's been great.
According to Mike Hernandez, safety was a priority. City intersections were shut down strategically and manned with city workers, staff, and volunteers.
Based on the planners for the route, they were wanting to give the runners who had never been to McAllen just a taste of McAllen, kind of like to see the residential area, the older neighborhoods, some of the new neighborhoods, just a little bit of what McAllen has to offer.
Overall, McAllen is calling this race a success. The inaugural McAllen Marathon may be a wrap for 2013, but many runners are getting ready for next year's event with the same spirit and pride. For the City of McAllen, I'm Roy Cantu.